Hello, hello.
Oh,
We're back.
for video two in our two-part video series, so the final video.
My name is Duncan.
And I am Devin Austin.
We are TAs for Repro Rehab
Mhm.
2024.
Yeah.
And speaking of Repro, say something.
No?
Speaking of Repro Rehab, it is a great program that you should take part of in if you are a rehabilitation researcher who either wants to teach or learn data science. And that is the whole idea of this program. It's a NIH funded 5-year R25 research education program where they bring in TAs like Devin and I to teach data science skills to rehabilitation researchers or just, yeah, rehabilitation researchers. Um,
How do they apply?
if you want to apply, you just come to this tab. It's like 2024, March 15th, they open. May 1, applications are due, and that's both for the student applications as well as if you would like to become a TA. You can click here for some news. You could look at the team. These are our great leaders. You look at the different cohorts. Oh, there he is.
That's me.
Oh man, I gotta update that photo. We got all of our amazing learners for this year. Of course, this will tell you generally how the structure of the program is. Conference, the first annual that happened last year. Looking forward to the second annual next year. It was in LA. It was very, very fun. Had a great time. Learned a lot. Here you've got some example, databases. This is how you apply. We already went through that one. Inclusivity and equity code of conduct. You can read more about that here. And of course, climate, blog, lots of really good ones. I'm looking forward to reading about Andrew. Got me in number 2. You got to get your blog up here soon.
This was from last year's cohort.
No, I think Andrew's just came out.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Jan 25.
Yeah, I guess I gotta get mine.
We got to get Dev. Who do we have to talk to? I think we got to talk to Grace. And then the database. This is database of all of the available resources to learn data science skills for real rehabilitation researchers. A lot of good stuff here. Would definitely recommend checking it out, even if you don't want to take part in the program.
Both some nice courses, but they also have data sets to kind of get your hands dirty and start playing with some of the stuff we teach in Uber Rehab.
Yep.
Or some of the things you can find in some of those courses.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of good stuff here. Biobank, ADLs. Anyways, what are we doing today, Dev?
So if you have watched the previous video, you watched us make a nice little visualization to compare some pre and post data for before and after individuals have gone through the Reaper Rehab training program. We were looking at their confidence intervals, or not interval, we were looking at how confident they were with their programming skills before and after. And now we want some easy visualization just to see how people have changed throughout the program.
Looks something like this, huh?
Yep. So this is where we started. Now we're going to expand this by adding another little visualization just to show the difference between the pre and post groups.
And we're gonna do that with another axis, right?
Yep, another axis, another subplot, another
Thinking
box and whiskers and data points.
right to the side of it, right?
Yeah. Tuck it in there. Yeah.
Just like that.
Nice and easy.
You said it's gonna be another box whisker.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hello. That's way too big. It's gross.
Nice.
Probably get some data on there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always plot our raw data. And then we said it's improvement.
Yeah. improvement between pre and post, so we can say improvement here.
And
X-axis, post minus pre. Did we
you
have
want,
X-axis?
I don't think we did.
You want an X-axis?
Yeah, let's put it on there.
Ideally with the goal to give someone this combined figure and
Do you think we need the post minus pre if we have the lesson more?
I think the Zoom might be a bit slow.
Zoom's lagging.
Yes, we'll pause for a minute.
That's a
Figure
good
out our
idea.
issue,
We're
and
pausing.
finish drawing this figure.
All right, we're back. It loaded up. I think we decided we're not going to do any post minus pre on the X.
Yeah, we're gonna take off the post minus pre because the term improvement is intuitive enough to know what's going on between the post and the pre.
Yeah, and the less and the more should give people an understanding of the direction.
Mhm.
All right, so easy enough. I think we have how we know how we want it to look.
Mhm.
We drew it all out. Now we just got to make it happen with some code.
Yeah,
All right.
start with some Python. Oop, oop. Oop, oop. Share the entire screen, back in the saddle. Okay, so let's run it, make sure things are working the way we left.
Oh, can you zoom in for me? Thank you.
First, let's just see the beautiful figure, nice and good, back the way we left it. Let's zoom in a bit more.
There we
Is
go.
that good?
I could even go a little bit more, but you know, I know I could be a big screen.
We'll leave it. Okay. So the new data that we want is going.
Can you rerun it? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, we can rerun.
Thank you.
Good.
Yep. So what's your plan here?
So we essentially want to recreate what you just drew on the iPad. So we're gonna make a new figure that's gonna be somewhere over here.
New axis?
I didn't like that. So we're going to edit the same figure,
Mhm.
going to add another axis, which should be somewhere over here.
Mhm.
Add a new box and whisker with some scatter points. Clean it up a bit, make sure it's the right color, right size, similar consistency as these guys.
Yep. Y labels.
Add some Y labels, take out any X ticks that we have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
maybe make it a bit of, maybe explore some fancy options this time around, we'll see.
Ooh.
But step one, just like in the original, we need to generate some data. So we have our data pre and data post, and we just want the difference between them. So this is gonna be data post minus pre. This is just going to be, since we have that there, data pre-post. And then take the first index minus data pre-post first index. So
The
post
zero
data
with.
minus the pre. And yes, in Python, we start at the 0 with the index.
Mhm.
Everything starts at 0. Except that line. And we'll run it just to make sure it's right. And if we get the same figure, it works.
Very nice. Cool.
So we have our data. Next, we created the figure, but we already have our figure. But we do need a new axis. So I'm going to copy and paste. Now we want 2 columns. And we want the location of this let's rename this to a post minus 3. Name's a bit long, but it is descriptive, so we know what we're referencing later.
I like that.
We'll stick with the same row and column now that we have 2. The location is going to be the same row, second column.
So now another axis should pop up.
New axis should pop up right next to the first one.
and half.
Right now it's half and half. But I want this to be maybe like a third, and this
Yeah.
will be 2/3 of it.
Yeah.
So one quick and easy way to do that is to make 3 columns,
Have it span across some.
have it span across. First, let's just change that to see if it fixes our problem, but I don't think it will. I think it's going to
Should
give
just
us
be nothing in the middle.
space between them.
Mhm.
So there is an argument we can put for the axis we want to be large. I'm pretty sure it's whole span to span the
span.
number of columns, and we want to span 2 columns. So this should expand it. Fill up 2 columns.
Very
That's what we
nice.
want.
If you did a slice for the location, would that work too?
What do you mean a slice for the location?
Like loc equals 0, comma 0, colon 2,
Like take this out.
colon
0,
2.
maybe 1. I don't know. I've never
It
tried
doesn't like that. It's red already.
That's not
No,
going
I still don't like that.
to.
Never mind. Whole span it is.
But you never know with these things.
There are so many ways to do everything.
Mhm. Okay. We have the OG spanning 2 columns. We have the new guy. So I guess let's start building it.
Start painting.
I am going to keep things separate. I need to make the box plots for pre and post. And make a new label down here. Just to help me as I scroll back and forth between things. Box plots post minus pre. So I need a new box plot. And we're going to name it post minus pre. And we want the new axis that we made, post minus pre. And it's going to be extremely similar to this that we have up here. Dot box plot. Our X data is going to be the data post minus pre, and we can follow the same names. We are going to set the patch artist to true. Because we're going to play with it just like we play with the other one. And let's set the widths to be the same. And let's just see what happens to start. So now we should have some data.
Nice.
Yeah, fills the chart pretty well. I think I do like the box width.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a good size.
Don't love the color, but we know how to fix that.
Yep. Take the spines off.
Take the spines off.
Labels.
Labels. Maybe stretch that out a bit.
And data.
Add data, make a grid. So we have a work out for us.
Yeah.
But
all stuff you've done.
Over here.
Yeah.
It'd be easy to do over here. Let's start by adding data bit by bit. Set the plots for post and pre. Scatter plots. Scatter plot. Post minus pre. In MATLAB, you have a convenient way to just separate things in different sections.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I have my little comments.
If you do hashtag and then %%, does that make a
hashtag %%? Whoa, I didn't know you could do that.
That's a cell.
But oh, it left it in the interactive window.
Interesting.
Mess of things we don't need to.
Never mind.
We don't need to get into that.
Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Should have kept my mouth shut. It stuck to MATLAB.
So that's okay. So we need to plot the raw data for our post minus pre. We're gonna need some X, we're gonna need some Y, and we're gonna need some color. The X is going to be really similar to the OG X, which is just going to be empty dot ones. Which is going to be 1 by n underscore learners. And we don't need to add any multiplication, no addition, it's just gonna be ones. So honestly, we could just take this and put it right in there. No, I like that, makes it pretty.
Yeah, just gonna jitter it.
Yeah. Jitter it. The data is going to be the data post minus pre and the color.
I think you gotta bring that in from the
Bring it in. Color post minus pre. Let's save here. Post pre. Color post minus pre. So we have a box plot.
should have a
Not
box
pretty.
plot, data on top of it,
This should put some data on top of it, underneath it. I don't
with
know.
it.
With it.
Nice.
Nice. So we got the raw data. Looks like some people improved a little bit, some people improved a lot, which is good.
But everybody improved.
But everybody improved.
I like it.
That's what's most important.
True that.
So I guess while we're here playing with this scatter plot, we can add some things. And these are the things I copy and paste all the time. Oops. Z order, which should bring the data in front. And
Use the space.
things we do to make that code pretty.
If only there was a formatter or something like that.
Formatter is for a different video series. We'll go over it another time.
Keep them guessing.
So Z order, bring the data to the front. Sorry, at the 10. Same size, make the edge color black, just make it a bit more pretty and then make it pop. All things we've seen before. Nice, doing pretty good. Like the nice orange color, don't love the blue behind it, so let's make the color of the box match the color of our data books. Maybe fade that back a bit too. So this is where we start playing with that. We don't necessarily need the for loop because we only have one box to iterate through. So we can just do our box plots, post minus pre, and we can get the, we're going to say boxes, but there's really only one box. And we are going to set the face color to color post minus pre. Let's see how it looks. This object I've done.
Set face color.
Yeah, I think it might need to be taken out of this. Which is kind of inconvenient, but that's okay.
Yeah, the index it or something.
Hmm?
You have to index the
Like this has to be its own variable.
Oh,
And then
it's a it's a list. I think if you just index out 0, it'll
get the 0th item.
should take the element out of the list. Oh, B box.
The box. Oh, nice. You got good intuition. But I really hate that right there. Man, it's so bright.
You don't like those lines.
I like the Lorax.
It is very orange.
We can fix it.
Make it a little less transparent.
Hmm, it'd be pretty similar. Box plus post minus pre. We want the boxes, and we want the only box that we have. And we're gonna set the alpha to set it up here 0.5, and we'll keep this same alpha. And we'll run it.
Should fade the box a bit.
Fade box. Set,
Set
alpha.
alpaha.
Okay.
Nice.
Faded. I like that a bit better. I want that orange line to be a bit more distinct though.
Yeah.
So,
And matching.
and match. But you want the line to match?
What have we been doing?
I want a black line. You can make your lines.
I don't know what I've been doing. I don't know if my lines have been matching.
Yeah, I think yours might automatically match.
Yeah, I think so too.
So instead of the boxes, we want the medians and we want the only median that we have. Sets
I'm probably gonna be a list again.
color. I assume so. And this is going to be, let's just do black. System. Okay, nice. I like that.
Yeah, usually are all blackness.
So doing it a bit
Wow.
different this time. We're starting from the inside, now we're starting to branch out.
Yeah.
So let's do a Y label. Let's get rid of this tick. Add a grid. Maybe add, we had more and less. Yeah, we had more and less on here.
Yep.
Let's start with.
Yeah, get rid of that one.
So these will be things we do once we start fine tuning our figure. And bump, this is going to be the post and pre comparison. And this is going to be the post minus the axis that we want. Post minus pre. This is going to be true.
X tick first.
So sets X ticks, and we really just want it to be nothing. So we should give it
Blank
nothing.
list.
Should just take it out. And this only works because by default I only had one tick.
Yep.
So if I just give it one replacement for the one tick, takes it away, no problem.
Makes sense.
I guess while we're here, we can fiddle with the Y ticks too. But to do this, it's
A little fanciness.
It's gonna be a little fancy. So first we need to specify the new Y labels. And let's bring the figure back just to get an idea of how we're gonna do this. Okay. Oh, it took away my 100. That's okay.
Yeah, randomizes. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking. First, I know I want to see the 100. So post minus pre dot set underscore Y lim.
Why limit?
Limits or lim?
Lim. I'm just saying that's what it stands for.
And I want it to go from, is it low to high? Yes. I want it to go from, I think the lowest I saw earlier was 20. Say 20. The highest to be 100. Do I need the box even? I want to see that 100. Perfect. So what we're gonna do to replace this 20 with a less and this 100 with a more, just to kind of be a bit more descriptive with how people are improving.
Yeah, and let them really easily interpret it because we're just gonna put improvement as the label. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
So first thing we need to do is get all of these X ticks. And then I want to just specify the X ticks that are in the center. So just really chop off the beginning and the end,
First and last, yeah.
and then recreate my ticks with a less string and a more string that is the same size as these.
Mhm.
So gotta be a little fancy to do the. So let's be fancy. New Y labels, and I'm just gonna keep the same post minus pre, just to be descriptive the entire time. I guess first let's get the old. Oh, this is where the truth is in this conversation. Okay, so this is supposed to work. First, let's get the axis, and then we need to get the Y tick labels. And I want to only get the Y tick labels, all of them, from the second iteration, so 0, 1.
The second element.
Second element to the second to last element. So this should be my 30.
I thought -1 was the last.
I think -1 is second to last. Is it Python? We can just do end? No,
That's MATLAB.
pretty sure this is gonna be second to last.
Okay. Let's say, can you print those out? Because it should give us everything besides 20 and 100.
Yes. That's the goal. Get Y tick labels. I guess we can just show this to start. At first, we get all of our labels. Figure. So it got each of our labels.
Yep, 20 all the way up to 100.
With a bit of extra information, which is okay.
Hit 97.
So now we just want to see if we can get the second element.
It'll definitely chop off the 20.
Chop off the 20. And hopefully chop off this 100 as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, you know what it is? It's because the indexing is exclusive of the last one. That's why you don't have to do the -2.
That makes sense. Well, we got our 40,
Yep.
60, 80, no 20 or 100.
Makes sense. Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, I think this is a good way to start breaking it apart before we get into the fancy elements of it.
Yeah.
And I think while I'm here, we'll just point out that the thing that we will actually be getting are these strings.
Yep.
So if I were to try and get out this first index of our new Y labels or the center Y labels, and I just want to get this 40, all I need to do is get out the first one, so that should be 40, and then I need to get the text. So this should just give me a string of 40.
Or whatever the second Y tick is.
Yes, whatever that's. It's bad. I already have it. And there's my 40.
Nice.
So now we can get those. So to do this, I want to get this 40, that 60, and that 80 in a small array, make it convenient to work with. So I'm going to use a bit of a list comprehension. So first we'll do the initial for loop. So for text, let's just say T. In the list that we made, for that T value, we want to extract the text just like we did here. So if I were to print this list comprehension that we've made. Let's take out this, we don't need this anymore. This one line for loop should give us the 40, 60, and 80 of these different elements.
Yeah, it'll give us all the ones between the 20 and 100, whatever they are for this variation.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we got our 40, 60, 80.
Beauty.
So now that we've chopped it off a bit, let's convert some of these to an actual variable. I think I want chopped y labels be chopped and
2 P's.
chopped. How do you pronounce chopped with 1 P?
Chope.
Chopped. Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think so. We need a linguist for that.
In the budget for our program.
Yeah.
And let's start making our new y labels. So right now our problem is we took out 2 values. So now we need to create 2 more values. And conveniently, we already know what they need to be. We take the new one that we want, chopped, or the less, add it to be chopped, so that we just put a new string right in front.
Yeah, you want it all as a list?
I think this needs to be together, but first we'll start with this just to see what happens with them together. Let's print out new labels. Just to see what happens. It errors. Only concatenate string, not list into string. So we need to box these in.
Make those their own lists.
Make them their own lists. No, they're gonna need box it there though. Okay. So we haven't added it to the figure yet, but we know what our new labels need to be.
Yep.
Let's get rid of that. So next we need to do the same thing, but for the y values. And we don't need to replace them, we just need the y values themselves. Let's go check labels. Be a bit more descriptive. Values. And you're going to get the value for B in the same axis. And now we just give the values. And this time we want them all.
You sure it's values? Why take values?
Oh yeah, it should be labels. Because conveniently, if we scroll up a bit more, it packages the value, text, and I don't remember what the 0 is, but it packages the value and the text together. So run it to see if we have the errors. So the reason why we're actually getting the tick values with these new labels is because when we replace the labels, we need to tell Python the exact values we want to replace.
Doesn't like the v dot underscore v value.
I think it just wants a y for the y data.
Next, the text has xy text. The text objects, like if you scroll up in your terminal. Yeah, I think it's text and then parenthesis x comma y comma.
Like x location, y location, text.
Exactly.
Nice. Like really just text objects, which
Yeah.
honestly we could have just made our own text objects. But that's okay. So we have our values. We have our new labels. Put these together. Now we just need to assign. So X post minus pre sets Y tick labels
I think it's just white ticks.
X. Yeah, here comes the actual text themselves. To make our ticks. B to Y tick values. Labels to be new. Y tick labels.
Moment of truth.
See how she works.
Very nice.
Less, more
Intuitive.
Palantino needle type fight font we want.
Is it still that or is it times?
I think I changed it back to Palantino. It's easier on the eyes for me.
There you go. Palatino Lino type.
Easier than your dissertation if you want.
Maybe.
Okay.
Jitter
Need the
or Y
jitter,
label.
Y label, jitter.
Grid maybe.
And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Let's do the grid. Because that's easy. And we already know where to go. It's gonna be really similar. Let's do all the post minus 3-axis stuff in its own little section. Grid. And then we'll give the sigma alpha. I think like 0.3. Let's think
You
off
like the
spot.
light ones.
I do like the light ones. Really want to emphasize my data.
Just an accent.
A
Nothing more.
little fanciness, little pinky out while you're drinking tea.
Little je ne sais quoi.
Set the visible, set the visible, false, false. Alpha, top right, false.
I think you got a space there. Am I going crazy?
I do. You got good eyes.
Even when he's zoomed out. There we go.
Fine.
Set viz
Biz,
eyeball.
nice.
Very nice.
Okay, maybe that is a bit too light. I'll beef it up just a little bit while we're here.
Appreciate it.
Got some grid lines. Next, we just need to scatter and add a line. Ooh. I'll set my Y label up top. Y label, and now since we have two, I'm just gonna use the same nomenclature I've been using the same time. This is gonna be
Good to keep it consistent.
movements, but now I want to make this descriptive too. Post. Not bad. So we will have to change this down below, but conveniently, we know where to go now.
Tells us.
So we'll fix this one while we're here. And pretty. And this is going to be at underscore post minus 3 dot set y label post minus. I do love these little previews sometimes.
The helpers.
And most often they're annoying.
Yeah, like once you really get to know a function, then it's just like,
That would be it.
yeah.
Right, so let's see if this adds a y label, which it should. Nice. Got the
Very nice.
improvement, decent spacing. Nothing intrude on anything else. All that's left to do is scatter the points.
Jitter.
Get them up. So with our scatter plot, post minus pre. And we just need
Easy fix the way you set it up there. Thinking ahead, I like it. The noise. You're not going to do two variables like you have been doing.
Oh, yeah, I probably should.
Keep it consistent.
Yeah, x jitter data equals x data plus my random numbers dot random numbers from a uniform distribution with a low and negative jitter. Plot width with a high equals positive jitter width with the size equal to the number of learners.
That should jitter it.
Looks good. See if it is good. Oh, didn't jitter it. You know why?
Is there not enough room?
I just didn't.
Oh, didn't change the variable.
Easy fix though.
It is.
Get rid of the old one, make room for the new one. Nice.
There you go.
Nice. Is there anything else we can do?
I think that's what we set out to do right there.
Yeah, looks just like the drawing.
Yeah. Very nice job, Dev.
Right. I guess it's a good time to turn it over to see how it's going in MATLAB world.
So MATLAB City, MATLAB Central, if you will. All right, let's rerun what we got. See what we're starting off with. Okay. Now we just got to add the subplot and get some data on it. So first, let's get that axis. So I'm going to change this to subplot, and we're going to do 1 row, 3 columns. And this is going to span the first 2 just like it did for Dev. So now we should have a little room. Yep, right over on that other side. Let's change this to pre and post, just like Dev's got it. Should still all work.
Nice.
Very nice.
So you could rename some of the lower things.
Yes,
With the click of a button.
the shift enter is very nice.
Python can do that too, but with a few more button clicks.
Just a couple more. Let's get a new axis pre minus post. So this should just give us another axis over there. Yep. And then I'm gonna need to, I don't think I'm gonna create another variable for it. Let's go wild. Use the function we got, ax pre minus post. This will be on 1 and it's post minus pre, isn't it?
Post minus pre.
Oh man. Post minus pre. Data post minus data pre. And this is either black or white. I can never remember. That's white, so let's make it all black for the colors.
You don't like the lower axe orange? Black's not
I'm
bad.
getting to Lorax orange.
Black's not bad.
It is not. Let me get that color. That nice orange color that we want. Put it up top with all my pre-allocations. Let's give it some commas so we can be nice. RGB improvement. RGB gives us all the options. We know we want to do the improvements. Got that nice orange.
Nice.
And it's already jittered.
Already jittered.
Already jittered. Let's take out that X tick. So we just do empty, just like Dev did in Python.
Nice.
Nothing on the X. Now we just gotta replace this 20 and this 100 with
Less and more.
less and more. That is right. And I believe it's as simple as setting the Y-tick labels.
Mhm.
So let's use the set command, post minus pre Y-tick label. And we are going to set this to be a concatenation of cells less, and then it's going to be the Y-tick label. And we want second and -1 because we're inclusive. And more. See if that can't work. Arrays must be consistent. That's because this is not a column. It's given us a row. And so we changed the commas to semicolons.
Nice.
Bada bing,
That was very quick compared to
bada boom.
the fanciness I had to do.
Yes, you did have to do a bit of fanciness. But at the end of the day, exact same.
Mhm. Still both pretty.
Some things are a lot easier. I mean, you had the random function already. I had to create my own random function.
Yeah. Both have their own conveniences and conveniences.
Pros and cons. And I need a Y label, don't I?
Need a Y label, need a grid.
Yes, thank you. Y label. What do we just said improvement.
Mhm. Nice.
Yep. Grid. Set that on. Boom.
Nice. Is your grid already faded? Already transparent?
I think so. I think it starts off at 5.5.
Nice. Nice.
I don't even think you need to specify.
Probably because so many people just wanted to do it eventually. MATLAB
Yeah.
defaulted to it, which
Yeah.
makes sense.
It does. Rarely do you ever want the grid really on it.
Yeah. Oh,
And I don't really think I want to refactor much of this. I'm pretty happy with this. Let me just add the target to that. Got targets on everything else.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Maybe only thing is here, maybe get this over so we can see everything. I feel pretty good about that. Whoa.
Too much there.
Going the wrong way.
Nice.
I think that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Final figure.
I think so.
Yeah.
I
So,
think we can wrap it up.
I guess we're all wrapped up in Python. We're all wrapped up in MATLAB.
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess thanks
Ooh.
for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you know where to find us. Should we show them where this code will be?
Yeah. Bringing up GitHub.
I'll bring it up on my screen, but you gotta walk them through it.
So as Duncan brings the GitHub page up, within the repo rehab page on GitHub, I think right now this is in mine, but we'll do a
Mhm.
pull request into the repo rehab GitHub to upload some of the content, what you've seen us make today, along with a master script that we have referenced throughout this thing. So you'll be able to find the code itself within the TA projects, Devin and Duncan folder, that is us. And you'll see what we did today under live scripts. And right now there's just a little test in there, but you'll probably see a couple more. And the main scripts, the things that we have prepared ahead of time just to practice, you'll be able to see and access those and see how we did code a bit differently and what we might have improvised because we did change some things a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
so this is on yours right now.
Yes. But we'll
But
do a pull request to put it on the main repo rehab GitHub page.
yes, so when these guys, when our viewers, all 1 billion of them, if they want to see the code, they should come to Repo Rehab 2023. That should come over right over here.
Yep. Okay. So our code is on GitHub. Please check it out if you have the chance. And if you are a rehabilitation researcher looking to improve your data science skills, don't forget to sign up. Again, applications open March 15th and close May
1.
1st.
Thanks for watching.
Watching.